Hi guys, in this video I'll show you how to add also modify quizzes and also exams on your D2L courses. So once you import the course from the community group on D2L, uh, your copied course already have the pre-made quiz and exams in there, and then it has the fully loaded question bank in there as well. So if you want to edit the questions on the quiz, let me show you how to do it. Okay, so first, what you want to do, go to assessment, and then let's go to quizzes. Now let's suppose we want to add more questions to quiz 1. So let's go to quiz 1. Now once you go to quiz 1, go to this section here where it says add added questions. So let's click on it. Now keep in mind that all the preset quizzes, they have random selection in it. So even though the question bank might have 30-40 questions on it, but every time the student take a attempt on a quiz, it will randomly select 10 questions out of the question bank. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna add more questions to the random selection. So let's go to our random selection. So this is the random selection, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna import more questions in there. So click on import. Now once you click on import, so I had the source selection here. So I'm gonna add more questions from chapter 1. Now once you click on this arrow here, it will show you all the different chapters. So chapter 1 all the way to chapter 22 in the textbook. Now we only go add questions in chapter 1. So let's say we go to the chapter 1 and then section 2. Okay, so section 2 in chapter 1. And then now you have this question list from the question bank. So to add each question, all you gotta do is just check on the question, and then once you finish, just click on save, and that will add a question to the question bank. Now before you add the questions into the bank, you can preview the question to see what the question is about. So click on this arrow, this little icon over here. All right, so we'll have the preview of the questions and also the right answers on here, so you can look at it, and when you finish, click on close. All right, so let's suppose we're gonna add, let's do some more questions in there. Okay. All right, so let's click on save. Okay, so now those new questions are added in here. So if you notice, before we had 32 questions, but now have 46 questions. So that's the new question bank, okay, or question group. Once you finish, click on done editing. And now the questions, say it says choose 1 from 46. So now you have more questions into the existing quiz. Okay, so make sure to click on save and close. And now the quiz is ready to go. Okay, now next, if you want to do a new quiz or new test, so click on new quiz, and then let's type in chapter, let's do 22, so chapter 22 quiz. All right, now next step is to choose the questions. So let's do add questions. I'm gonna click on new, gonna create a new random selection. So random selection, let's call this one chapter 22 selection. Okay, and then go down, save. All right, so we're gonna new selection now. So let's go to this selection. So click on it. And then now, right now the selection is empty. So let's import more questions in there. So just follow the same step before. So click on import. And I'm gonna choose from chapter 22. So chapter 22, let's do section 1. All right, so there's a lot of questions in here. Now we can go through them individually, or we can just check on them all. So if you check on them all, just click over here, and now all the questions selected. Okay, so let's do this, save. All right, so now all the questions are in this pool, and then we can, it's 112 questions. So we can choose how many questions to give to students from this pool. So let's suppose we can tell the system to choose 5 questions to select, and then every question we do 10 points. Okay, so done editing. Now, for any quiz or any test, you can do multiple random selections in there. So let's do one more random selection. So let's do add questions. Oh, you know what? I think I made a mistake on here. Let me check on it. See what happened, guys? Remember we changed this, but I didn't click on save. So once you finish, make sure you click on save. Okay, so remember we're choosing 5 questions and 10 points each, and then do save. And now it's ready to go. Okay, so let's finish this. All right, so if you look here, it says 10 points and total 5 points for this, 50 points for this quiz. So we need 5 more questions. So let's go to add question. Let's do a new random selection. And let's call this one chapter 22 selection 2. Okay. So save. All right, gonna click on it to open it and then import. Let's go to chapter 22. Let's do section 2 now. I'm just click on all the questions. Okay, so save. Now let's add some more questions in here. So import, and then chapter 22, section 3. There we go. Click on it and save. All right, so we need 5 more questions from this group, and every question is 10 points. And then, make sure to click on save, and then down editing. Okay, so now for this quiz here, we have two random selections, and each one's getting 5 points from the selection, and every question is 10 points, and total 200 points for this quiz. All right, so let's finish the other requirement for this quiz. So let's do the date on it. So make sure it's active, and let's do a start date. Today's fine, and the end date, that's fine. So July 1st. So click on display on calendar. We don't need a password. If you want, can set a password on it. Time limit, let's enforce a time limit for 30 minutes. I mean, it is only 10 questions, so students don't need that much time to work on it. Now over here, it's really up to you. So usually what I would do, I'll just keep it select the first one. So quiz is flagged as late, but student can continue to work on it. Okay. All right, so let's go up. Assessment. So let's assign the grade on here. So first check on this, allow temp to be automatic graded, and then add grade item. So this is a new quiz we have in the grade book. So chapter 22 quiz, short name, QZ22, category, and this is chapter quiz. Maximum points 100, and then click on save. Automatic export to grade. Make sure you check on this too, otherwise your life will be very difficult. Okay. And then number of attempts, usually I do 3 attempts for quiz. So save, and we are finished. So finished, save and close. All right, now the quiz are already created. So this is the new quiz we just created. Okay, so this is how you create a quiz in MindTab. So guys, have any question, let me know, and then good luck on your classes. All right, bye bye.